Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Ready. Set, go.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, break.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Ultra. Striker, 3-3.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. Miller. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to the running game with Swift. 9 yards that time. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Ready.
2
To throw on second down. Miller. Man open left side is Brown. And the Lions are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Swift is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Swift again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Colts, nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Come on. Hit.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on second down. Bolden. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good.
Let's go now.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Colts nothing.
On 1st and 10, Bolden. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Colts had 8-5 to start play. They were losers the last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Once again, it's Swift.
2 yards they lost, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Lions 14, Colts 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to... And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line into the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
3rd and long. Touchdown!
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Bolden.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
On second down, Swift.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
And let's just face it, when you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end, any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was, because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the 33-yard line.
On the go.
2nd and 11.
7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Bolden. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing on first down. Bolden. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
70 Rangers.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Colts! Mo Alley-Cox. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready, set. Check you.
Miller now. A final shot before break. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Colts 14. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. A beautiful fake. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect this quarterback, and a sack resulted. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bolden. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st down, Bolden. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
They'll run here with Taylor. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Swift on the counter. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Ready.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
113 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Steal. Check steal.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Operating from the gun. Miller being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Miller looking to throw on 2nd down.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football.
Ready?
But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? Do you want the field goal to be the last resort? In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
19 right. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Come on. 19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Let's go now. Hey, cross field. That cut.
They'll try and run here with Swift. 137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit